Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? It's Eddie Smalls, aka Manifest Man here. And this is video two, video number two. Those of you that saw me yesterday, you heard me talk about my 63 videos straight that I'm going to do on Facebook Live. And can you stand 63 straight videos of me? Well, those that can, fine. Those that can't, well, you won't be here. And I am Manifest Man, and I talk about midlife crises because an early midlife crisis, as I talked about yesterday, was what changed me. An early midlife crisis. 33 was the year. And I experienced an awakening. So I'm just going to tell you that. I end up entering a world that I didn't know existed. I liked learning, so I was learning what the powers that be, the divinity, the universe, God, call it what you may, was teaching me. Yeah, I'm getting deep, but that's what happened. At 33, it changed my whole way of thinking. So when I talk about the title of this video is What Are You Planting? It's because I'm being aware. My awareness heightened. I'm careful what I plant. See, this is yesterday was the beginning of the autumnal equinox, fall season. We just think about the leaves are going to turn colorful, light green and yellow and orange, and some of them will get brownish looking because they're dying, or even black and fall off and litter the ground, and people are going to have to pull out rakes or hire somebody to come clean their yards, or you're going to buy one of those big old Toro machines with the bags on it that driving around in your yard. But before any of this happened, there was growth in a field. These plants are growing because some seeds were planted. And the same thing happens with us. Oh, we don't talk about farms like they did when I was a kid. I was raised around people that had horses, cows, chickens, corn growing, potatoes, watermelons, cantaloupes. Yes, right here in Colombia, those things were growing near me. We picked scuffing dimes and muscadines right off the trees. Those things were planted by nature. Blackbirds were plentiful on the side of the road. Oh, man. Now you got to go to the place where I work at and buy it. And people complaining about the cost. But those seeds were planted by God, Mother Nature, our great power of the universe. And we enjoyed eating those things. We took them for granted. Come on, let's get real, people. We didn't even know what antioxidants were one time. We had never heard of that word. I was a kid looking at corn growing and watermelons, and we just went and got crab apples. We didn't know that stuff was good for you. They said eat well or eat good, but we just ate it because we was greedy. We just like to eat. But those things were planted by nature. I'm looking at some names here. Wow. Lenu Richardson. Vi Davis is here. Oh, Robert Lee. What's that? Berta. Okay, well, welcome, y'all. Y'all get the early morning version of this. But planting seeds, I listen to people because I'm always listening. I talk a lot, but I tell you what I listen to. Got a good set of ears and glad I got them. And I listen to what they're planting. And I remember the times when I planted the wrong seeds. Because what you plant, that's what's going to grow. That parable, that proverb, what you plant, you're going to harvest. That's in every ethnicity, every culture. They all talk about it. We just had the autumnal equinox and some things were planted, and we see them all over the place. All types of trees, plants, dandelions, daffodils, azaleas, crepe myrtles. Somebody planted those things and they grew. See, if you're grumbling all the time, upset all the time, talking trash all the time, mad all the time, frustrated, overwhelmed, always talking bad about your job, about your coworkers, about yourself, you're planting seeds. If you're miserable, guess why? Those seeds are just growing. You're planting them. And the thing about it, then you plant blame, don't you? Oh, somebody else did this. Oh, she should not have said that. He shouldn't have done that. Oh, look at that. That's you're getting melodramatic and a drama king or drama queen. Edward James People, Robert Lee Berta. Okay, I call that name. Yes, welcome y'all. Yes, I'm talking about planting seeds. And this is your early morning edition of Eddie Smalls, aka Manifest Man. We just had an autumnal equinox. I'm gonna repeat that again. And we just, that was always when I was coming along, to think about it, I was always going to school and back to school. Back then, we went back to school in September when I was a kid, and then it just moved up to August. I hear talk, they're saying that they're going to try to eliminate summer altogether, make school year round. Well, I used to love those summers. Out of school in May and didn't have to go back till September. We just went around and looked at what was planted, saw things growing. We understood that a potato got roots and just grew up and made plants. I mean, I dug potatoes in my life. I picked corn. You plant one corn seed and you get a whole lot of ears. You might get, 8, 10 ears, one tall stalk taller than you. If you see a whole cornfield, you'll notice that it's a lot of abundance. Came from a few seeds. I'm going to go back again and ask you this. What seeds are you planting? I talked about some negative things. There was regret and sour face, even just scowling. That's planting a seed. Somebody's watching it. That's you. And if you're that miserable, well, I'm sorry if you're that miserable. But being miserable begets more misery. If you ever look at some of my posts that I put up on Facebook, social media here around, you'll see me end it with peace. Sometimes I might go love and peace. I might go peace, love, joy, happiness, and all that good stuff. I end it in some way like that because those are seeds I'm planting. And I learned that when I had my midlife crisis 30 years ago. These are seeds I'm planting. Do this. I had somebody disturbing me and I had to anyways, that's all right. Let me get my thoughts back. Yes, the seeds you plant are the seeds that grow. You don't need dirt for these. Now, we're talking about spiritual seeds. I'm not preaching. I'm just telling you something I learned. I used to sit in church and listen to this kind of talking. We took it for granted when we were kids. Oh, that's just, preachers supposed to talk like that. But people, as I told you, in my secret identity as Eddie Smalls, I am Manifest Man, and I fully invested in this. I show you my big fat M, and I do cherish this, but that's another story. You might get that story in my 63 videos, but right now we're talking about planting seeds. And I work at Walmart, and Walmart attracts all kinds. And I'm looking at people, what do they, wow, the seeds that are planted. Some of them come in just, hey, how you doing? I just want to know, do y'all have charcoal? Where are the grills? Do y'all have any fat back? And my job was to point in the direction, over here, or go help them find it. And then you got someone, how come the price is a little so high? I thought y'all said you could save money here. Well, that's advertisement. You do save money here. If you buy bulk, you'll save money. But some people just drive to 3 and 4 different grocery stores thinking they're saving money. No, you're losing your money on gasoline and wear and tear on your car. You go in one spot, buy everything, calculate how much you save. Oh, it's well worth enough to put some gas in your car again. But you planted seeds, negative seeds, and that's probably how you end up not knowing how you were not saving money, because nobody wants to talk to you now. I mean, somebody tried to talk to you. Oh, okay, all right. They're going to back off and let you just continue to not do what you're supposed to be doing, bettering yourself. I planted a lot of negative seeds once upon a time, and that's how I ran into my midlife crisis. I'm trying to, and I'm telling y'all, just a reminder, my midlife crisis came off health concerns. There are 3 things that can trigger a midlife crisis. Money matters. Yes. Ain't nothing funny if your money is funny. Number 2 is love and relationships. Yes. That could be something too. When you're going to tear your hat your head over a relationship. And number 3 is health. But see, health is the most important, because the other 2 don't matter without your health. My daddy taught me that before he left this world. Eddie, when your health goes, you don't care too much about your life. I'm going to tell you that right now. Well, take care of your health, because a back problem is what got me to thinking like this and becoming this person. I mean, there was a time I could barely walk. Both knees, both ankles, and my lower back. So me walking around, being able to walk on that hard floor at Walmart, pull pallets, unload trucks, walking with crates, bending down, picking up things, sweeping, scrubbing, whatever it is they ask me to do, I do it. And I smile, and people say, gosh, you act like you like this. I like the idea that I can do it. I'm planting seeds of good health. That's how I feel. Left with Fate, how you doing? Ponzi Sweaty, oh, yes. Yes, good to see you here. I am planting the best seeds I can plant because I want to have a best harvest I can get. That's what this harvest time is equinox. The thing that we mostly take for granted. We take this for granted, but that's just how it is. We just say, well, the sun's going to come up, right? And it's going to go down, and we're just going to enjoy a day. Or you may not enjoy a day. That's up to you. Depends on what seed you're planting. And those seeds will grow. And guess what about those seeds? See, I remember the ideas I got from my relatives. Some of them were happy, some of them were sad. There's some stories they wouldn't tell me, and I had to go dig deep to get these stories, and I realized what they were doing. They didn't want to plant these negative seeds in me that they had. Some of them came anyway. But I understood what they were doing now as I gotten older. Oh, they didn't want me to know how tough it was when they were living. Sharecropping is tough. I saw it. I got a taste of it. I mean, I've dug potatoes. I've picked peaches. I've, harvested watermelon. I'm talking about, I did because it was better to do. I didn't have to do it. My daddy had to do it. My aunts and my uncles, they had to do it. And they had to get up in the morning and work in these fields. And if they didn't do it, they had to leave the property that they did not own. They leased it. Somebody planted some seeds, and they had to go out there and harvest the big harvest, and do it quickly. And I still remember one of my cousins talking, and she explained it. She said, Eddie, let me tell you what, because she was the one that didn't mind telling me some of these stories. She said, 3:30 in the morning. Can you imagine this? 3:30 in the morning, they heard the sound of a horn. Ooh, somebody blowing something. They're supposed to get up. Now you got that time until the sun come up to take care of all your early morning, whatever. So they got everybody out of bed. And I'm looking at this. Daddy showed me one of those huts they lived in, 2 rooms. Now, my Aunt Josephine had 15 children. I'm looking around. Everybody had feet in each other's faces. I know it. They were laying on top of each other, whatever. That's because that's 15 people in one hut. I had two other aunts. They had one had, I think, nine. The other one had 11. You know, big families, but they had families because those were seeds that were planted. They were planting seeds to get children to live. Yeah, I'm really running with this metaphor, aren't I? Yes. My mother's side of the family, that's a little tougher. I, oof. My mother had it a little tougher than my dad. And I say that and I'm gonna I let that one go because that one's a little raw. Still is, even as I'm 63 years old, but both sides of the family, they struggle with money. Even saying you struggle with money is planting a seed of negativity about money. Well, hard-earned money. Oh, I can't hardly make no money. Or I don't have enough cash. Or my nothing but bills, bills, bills. Bills, bills, bills was a song by Destiny's Child. Beyonce was one of them. They made a lot of money. They had a lot of bills because they had a lot of places they had to go to. They had to pay for electricity for those great big concerts they were doing. But they made some money. But they are talking to people that were struggling with bills when you got more month than money. See, that's a line of here. But you say things like that, and guess what you're doing? You're planting seeds of lack. When I learned that, I had to change how I thought. I had to change what I was saying and what I was doing. I mean, I don't even have a car now. I got rid of my car in 2011. Most people, they go, why are you walking? I don't want a car. Not now. I may get one. I do Uber, Lyft, I catch the bus, or I walk. Because the price of a car, look at the price of a car, then you have to do upkeep, insurance. And I'm looking at some yards that got 3 and 4 cars in it. Now, you work or do whatever you want. This is a decision I made based on my life and my situation because we all live our lives as unique as we can. But I made a decision, no. The last time I had a car problem, and then I paid for a transmission, and then it didn't, and then it broke down again. And the guy said, well, if you give me another amount of money, what happened the last time? It's just been a little while. Shouldn't have broke down that fast, sir. It's just been some weeks. Well, I need to go back up in there and it's going to cost what? No. I called the junk man and said, look, I got a car. And I hear y'all buy cars. He told me a price when he came and saw the car and opened up the door and looked at it and saw this number on it and said, I can give you X number of dollars. I said, it's sold. He gave it to me in cash. He pulled the car away. I've been walking ever since. Now, those are tough decisions you make based on what it is you're going to, but I've been transitioning. Like I said, a lot of things happened to me after that midlife crisis. I woke up. I started dumping baggage. A car was part of my baggage. So when you are, as I talked about, planting seeds, what seeds are you planting? Even as you listen to me talking here, I'm planting seeds as I'm talking. And you see, sometimes I have to pull myself over because the seeds start growing wild like weeds in language, because language is planting seeds. What do you say to yourself when you get up in the morning? Oh gosh, got to go to that old job again. Man, oh my goodness. Look at those clouds. It's about to rain. Oh my gosh. A gloomy day. No. Rain is not a gloomy day. We need rain. Anybody remember when we used to get, this is South Carolina, I don't know where a lot of y'all looking from, but I'm pretty sure a lot of it right here in South Carolina. We used to have droughts here in South Carolina. No rain for months. I still remember those days. The ground was parched. You couldn't even wash your car. You got citations for watering your grass. Grass was looking more brown than green. The seeds that were planted were not getting proper water for no rain. But we complain about it rain. I know one time we had a big flood. Yeah. One time in South Carolina. Come on. I've been here all my life. One time we get a big flood, everybody go, oh, wow, we got a flood. It was sad that we had that water just came and just washed a lot of people's things away, but I saw a lot more hugging and people laying down smiles and helping each other more than I ever seen in a long time in this state. Helping people who were tragically affected by that big flood we had some 2 or 3 years ago. So, what am I saying as I wrap this up? Because I'm feeling real good and I need to calm this down because some of you that know me personally, I can talk. What seeds are you planting? What do you want to do with your life? Because saying what you want to do is a seed you're planting. Now, do you water that seed? I want to a career move. I want to a love relationship that you want to get better at, or change it. You want to make more money. You want to do something. I want to travel. I want to retire doing X, Y, and Z. Whatever it is, you're planting a seed. But what do you do with that seed when you plant it? Do you just leave it there and go about your business and hope nature just do? Because nature will do something with the seed, but it will do just what you did with it. Nothing. So that's how spiritual seeds are. What you plant, well, your intention. You didn't intend for anything to happen? Well, so be it. Just like I'm smiling right now, that's a seed I'm planting. Now I can get here and go, give you this goofy face. I walk like the Walking Dead. Everything's Walking Dead these days, and I prefer living, walking alive, and planting seeds of joy and happiness. As I told y'all people, you're going to get 60 plus of these videos. This is number 2. And I'm talking about our autumnal equinox. What are you planting? Because I started planning better after my midlife crisis. And I'm telling you, I just made up my mind, I'm going to be the best person I can be. In fact, I'm called Manifest Man because I decided, well, that's another story. You'll hear that probably in these videos. But a lot of change came to me, and I'm happy about it. 63, numerologist says number of completion has to do with humanitarianism and idealism and family. Yes. And I've talked about a lot of those things. And I'm planting a humanitarian idea in your head right now. What are you planting? Because what you're planting, what you are planting, that's what you're going to be reaping. And right now it's harvest time. But you get a chance to plant some more. What will you be planting the next time? Because after the harvest, cultivate the field and plant again. So the next time you plant something, I want you to think about it. What do you want? And are you planting the seeds to get what you want? Because you will get seeds growing from what you plant. This is Eddie Smalls, aka Manifest Man. All you wonderful people. I'm looking at, Granville Harris. All right. Leftwood, Ponzi Sweat. I'm trying to read these names on here, but all the wonderful people, all of you that came here, Edward James people, and many others, thank you for this time. I hope you got something good out of this. Give me some comments. And I'm getting better with these videos. I'm trying to, I'm looking at this. I don't even like the lighting and all this, but at least you heard my voice. So hopefully you got something out of this. Y'all have a blessed day.